girl got a rod slinging. It's not good. The party's over to that car. Man, don't turn it off at me. Let's start again. Ooh. Do you think Dog the Bounty Hunter is the one for the win? What do you think? Tell me your thoughts. Dog the Bounty Hunter. I think you'll find him. I think it'll be the biggest thing in the news. That's a fact. What do you think? Because he's on it right now. Yay for the thumbs up. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm for this channel. Throw a thumbs up if you think Dog the Bounty Hunter is going to find him first. I got my thumbs up. I say yes. big yes for Dog the Bounty Hunter. Thumbs up, I say. That's a right-on win for win. What do you think? That'll be the biggest stakeout ever. All the way live for you from Florida. I think it's a win-win all the way around. What do you think? You think he'll find him first? You think Dog will find him the quickest? Tell me your thoughts. I bet you he makes landmark history on this deal. He's already got a ton of leads. There's a guy driving with no lights. There's a tourist car. Blue Jeans, what's going on? How are you this evening? So tell me your thoughts about Dog the Bounty Hunter. Do you know who he is? He just got remarried. And he's on a big trip right now going to look for Bryan. That's right. He's even got a designated phone number for people to call in tips. Yeah. I bet you he makes landmark history on this deal. So how are you doing this evening, Blue Jeans? How are you and your husband this lovely evening? Dog is off the leash. He's a Tractor Basil. What a beautiful name. And Brian's days are numbered. In Dog we trust. You bet. That's 100% for the win. Thank you. Yes, I'm glad he's looking for Bryan. Yeah, he's got a designated phone number for people to call in tips. I bet you he finds him first. What do you think? Bark for the dog. Yes. Woof, woof. Yeah, I'm so glad he's looking for him, because if there's anybody can find him, I think Dog is the one. He's been down for a while, and this is really going to help him out a lot, because this is something he does better than anything in the world. He's got his heart and soul in it, and you know he's doing it for free. Do I think Bryan is in the swamp? You know, I'm going to tell you, they always say the scent is killed once you hit water. And so they might have detoured the wrong way. You know, they didn't get to really investigate all that area too much because they're like, well, it's so wet. Dogs love dirty laundry. That's what's up. A thumbs up for that one. Buddy. That's one for the win. I love it. I love Dog the Bounty Hunter is really incredible. I mean, you can say it's for show or whatever. I don't think so. That guy, this is just something he really loves what he does. And that's one thing in life. You've got to do what you love. And he's not taking any pay on this deal. I mean, he's doing this out of his heart. Now, if he makes a reward, I think that's all great. I think he should have the biggest reward of all because I really think he's going to be the one to find him. I don't think it's going to be, you know, like a Grizzly Adams story where they found him 35 years later. I don't think that's happening. He supposedly left without his ID and wallet and the phone and all that. But he can get burner phones all day long. You can go to the dollar store and buy them. And put them in whatever name you want. Yep. I'm 100% for the win on Dog the Bounty Hunter. That's right. 100% for the win. That's what I'm talking about. I'd love to hear everybody's thoughts. I hope he does some vlogs or write some stuff down for this thing. He needs to write a book on it. Dog's gonna make this viral crime go coronavirus. Yes, sir. Exactly right. Exactly right. I think this is gonna really bring a lot of people up, you know, and bring a lot of their faith back. The world's still turning, even though what we're going through. That good people can get things done, and Dog is the man for the job. That's a fact. If you agree with that, throw a thumbs up. We want Dog to jump on here and join us. That's what we want to do. He's so awesome. I really like the way he thinks. I like the way he works. Yeah, buddy. Thumbs up all the way, Tractor Basil. That's what I'm talking about. Say woof woof for the dog. All day long. Yeah, I kind of think he's down in the swamp, but I don't know. His big dream is to hike the AT, but man, you gotta be really tough to do that. And right now it's going into winter. It'd be a rough haul. A very rough haul. I think he has to get there first. You gotta remember, he's on foot. Unless he can smoke some more people into rides. And I advise people not to be given any rides. Because you know, we don't know what this guy's capable of. They said that he was in Okaloosa County. Spotted on a hiking trail. I don't know about all that. But then again, if you go to Alabama, every guy looks like this guy. You know? So tell me your thoughts. You think Dog's gonna get him before anybody else? He's doing it for free. He's volunteering his time. That's right. I hope they give him a big reward. I really do. He's also brought his wife on the trip. You think Bryan's dead? Really? I think if people find him first, he may have a horrible fate because, you know, there's too many pissed off people right now. He would be better off being found by the authorities. The parents gave him a send-off. Yeah, maybe his own dad went after him. Who knows? Maybe that's why they're being so quiet. Might have that sucker in the basement. You know? Who knows? It's just kind of strange all the way around. It's just really strange. Anybody brings the van back without the girl is pretty strange. I kind of figured he left her on the road for starters, but There's been too many videotapes that have jumped out on YouTube alone. Thank you for the thumbs up. I love you. Thumbs up for Dog the Bounty Hunter. That's what I'm talking about. Joshua Cheek. Dog is supposedly at a campground that he believes Bryan's parents visit recently and is now visiting for officers right and now waiting for officers right now. Yes! Let's throw a thumbs up for Joshua, buddy. Great info, man. Great info. You guys know he's got a special phone number dedicated for any tips you might have. Yep. So he's apparently got a ton of tips already. But yeah, it could be possible the guy's already gone, man. But somebody's gonna find out something somewhere. Some way, somehow. Dog is off the leash, and Bryan's days are numbered. In Dog we trust. Woof woof, yeah, buddy. Yay for blue jeans. Thumbs up. That's what I'm talking about, blue jeans. All day long, man. All day long. I'm so excited. You'll get to the bottom of it, that's for sure. You'll find out what's wrong, right? It's interesting that other people that were killed in that same area, kind of makes you wonder who really did all that. You know? You guys have been working outside today? Boy, I got a bunch of stuff done today, but man, my internet sales are so slow, I'm about to choke. It's just a real slow month, September. It should be better in October. Well, I'm glad you guys had a lovely day, get some things done. So is there anybody here that doesn't think Dog is the man? Because I think he's the one. I think he's going to find him. I think it should be wonderful. Yeah. I'd sure hate to see a citizen find him. I don't think it'll be a good thing. One guy here already thinks that he's deceased, so we'll see what happens. I don't think he'll last long. That's like cutting loose Charles Manson or something, you know? You don't want a guy like that around the public because he looks so guilty right now. I mean, they have a warrant for his arrest for, you know, $1,000 in money theft out of that girl's accounts. But, you know, I think it's pretty odd the guy is like running, you know what I mean? Blue Jeans doesn't think he's dead. Yeah, I have a funny feeling. I just hope he doesn't wander like Grizzly Adams for like the next 40 years. He's running, that's what Blue Jeans says. Yeah. I don't know. He thinks he can hide, but, you know, if you're camping and stuff, there's going to be, you know, results left, evidence. You know, I don't care how much money he's carrying. He's got no ID, supposedly no phone, but he'll get a burner phone. You can bet on that. I don't think he's gonna last forever. You know, the biggest thing is if he gets injured. You know, snake eats him, snake bite, whatever. He can't go to a hospital without ID. And law enforcement does not favor it. They figure you're running from the law if you don't have ID. If they ask you for your ID and you can't show up with any. They don't like that too good. I had a friend of mine did that. He cut up his ID and he regretted it later. It was really dumb. Let's see. Can you tell me what a burner phone is? It can be like they used to copy phones, and what it does, Bloodhound's gonna find him. Got to take a poop sometime. Can't tell me that he wipes that well. Yeah, really. DNA, DNA, DNA. Um, People can buy phones, these cheap throwaway phones, like at Dollar Tree or something. One YouTuber called it a burger phone. Tractor, you're right. I believe it. Um, and you can buy these little phones like at Dollar General and stuff like that, and you can turn it on with any name you want on it or whatever. The thing is that I'm sure a lot of places that he would call would be very lit. Unless his parents got a burner phone too or something, I don't know. Um, you know, when you run, the best thing you can do is not keep ties with anybody you ever knew. Look it up. Search Bryan Laundrie and Joseph. Huh? Who's Joseph? Or is that Bryan's middle name or something? He said it on live stream 30 minutes ago. Oh, really? Jeez. Amazing. Joseph is a YouTuber. Did you see that YouTuber that had the video that he got on accident from traveling and picked up the van, and then also if you zoom it in, you can see a guy digging in the field behind it. This guy posts a lot of ridiculous stuff. I like to be real, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Blue Jeans saw it too. Yeah, I like to be real and factual. I don't like to, clickbait a lot of crap or anything like that. He said burger phone, he looks just like Bryan, bald. Go to Alabama and every guy looks like Bryan. I'm not kidding. They all look like him. So, yeah. He'd be better off going with the hair back and the beard, I guess. There was a guy the other day on YouTube that YouTube or TikTok it looked like him and did his beard green or something. And it was like, well, he looks like Bryan. But I was intrigued to see what people thought. Where they thought he might be, or if they thought he was still alive or dead. Burger phone only got interviewed by Inside Edition and he just said burger phone. No way. What a banana head. I'll tell you what. Some of these folks didn't make it past kindergarten. Not on Inside Edition. But on his stream. Ah. Pizza pagers. That's fun. So how are you doing tonight, Tractor Basil? What a great name. I love the smell of basil. I like to make faux soup with fresh basil. Hey, Bill Ever, what's up? You like the smell of tractors. I got to drive a big John Deere one time. My friends had one. And I said, man, I'd love to drive that. They said, really? I said, yeah. They said, well, you could drive it. And jumped up on that sucker, said, okay, now what do I do? And they made it go forward, and dude, I was going around in circles for like 3 hours. I said, what do you want me to do? They said, well, when it runs out of gas. It was the coolest thing. We had a big piece of property up in Huntsville area. It was really awesome. Overpriced, but the resale's good. You're right about that. I had a friend of mine that used to be in the tractor business, and he made a ton of money. But he got divorced, and she ended up with the business, and it was a pretty sad thing. Just found your page. Thank you so much. Please don't hesitate to join. We talk about all kinds of things. We talk about cars. We talk about all kinds of things. I'm a real car freak. I love cars. But we're talking about how wonderful Dog the Bounty Hunter is. Dog rocks. I think he'll find him. What do you think? I think he'll find him dead or alive. That's what I think. I don't think it's going to be a 20, 30-year thing like Grizzly Adams or something. I think Dog's going to find him. And I think it'll be pretty short order. If it takes him a month even. His dog loves this kind of stuff. He's doing it free. Not getting paid. Alright, believer, you rock. Throw a thumbs up if you think Dog the Bounty Hunter is going to get him. There's 4 already. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, for Dog the Bounty Hunter. Doesn't get any better than that. Let's do this. I love to hear people's thoughts. Because, you know, everybody thinks different. The comments are just great. Maybe we can come up with some ideas or leads for Dog. What do you guys think? Tell me where you think Bryan is right now. I kind of have a funny feeling he's down in swamps over there. The only problem is he sure won't survive those snakes and gators down in there. That won't be a good thing. Yay for the thumbs up, believer. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, they have snakes that will, like, eat a cow. Their jaws unlocked. They can eat a human, a cow, whatever. Could you see this guy sleeping at night? And the snake just swallow him up. That picture in Mexico looked just like him. You know what? I knew a guy years ago that was called the Silverado Kid. He used to chop trucks. And I met him right before they put him in jail. They've been trying to find him for years, apparently. And then when he got out of jail, he told me the whole story. And he was a friend of mine that I worked with, her husband. And I never knew. And he was telling me a story and I didn't even believe him. I looked it up on the internet years later and it is true. And he said that he took her and the kids and they went to Mexico to hide because they were too close to catching him. And he said they were laying on the beach and he looked over and there was really shiny black shoes next to him. And they had him. So, that running to Mexico thing, I don't know if that'd work. Plus, you just can't stay in Mexico unless you have proof of a lot of money in your bank and all that stuff. They're real strict about it now. They won't let you hang out too very long. And if he has no ID, he's not getting over the border because his parents so-called claimed he left his wallet ID and his phone behind. Now, unless he bought some ID, I mean, you know, I know somebody had told me some years ago in Huntsville you could buy ID for like $2,000 or something. You might have already done that before you left. What if he's still in that house? You know? Just hiding out, living in the attic or some damn thing. I don't know. I guess they brought dogs in when they went through that place. Who knows? But I venture to say he's probably on the run. But I don't think he'll last long. I just don't. I wonder how good a hiker he really is. Because he talked about AT all the time. I had a boyfriend who used to talk about AT all the time. I was like I really believe this guy. Like he'd really do it. He talked about quitting work, making a ton of money on computers. I didn't see that picture yet. Don't think he's there. They got a picture of a guy on the trail over here in Okaloosa County the other night. And man, they must have had every sheriff running for the next 2 days. 24 hours. Now, people were truly spooked about it. And we don't know what this guy's capable of. The only warrant they got on him right now is for stealing money out of that girl's accounts. And it's like a total of $1,000 or something, they claim. I'm sure it's more than that, though. Ah. Yeah, Blue Jean said she saw that picture. Yeah, it's a messy deal. It really is. They had that girl's funeral on Sunday, man, and it was the whole public was invited. Ugh. I sure hate it if a public person finds this guy. I don't think it's gonna be good. He'd be better off being found by law enforcement. He should have turned himself in. He'd have been way better off. Because I don't think he has a good future coming here. To do something like that and have to live with that, I mean, it's just, it would haunt you every day, 24 hours a day. Unless he's truly mentally ill. I'd say some of the books and stuff he studied were pretty sicko. You know, and all this cult stuff going on lately and everything makes you wonder. Might be just the new thing. People getting into cults. I don't know why people would rely on stuff like that. I'm surprised we don't have more people on this chat. We need to share it. Let's get a whole bunch of people up on here and hear what they have to say. Share this vlog on Facebook and let's see if we can get a bunch of people on here and see what they have to say. I'd like to get a bunch of hikers on here that know the AT and hear what they have to say. The thing that I worry about is if he's hiking and there's people that are camping, that if he's going to be harming these people. This guy definitely needs to be off the streets because we don't know what he's truly capable of, you know? We just don't. It's a scary thought. I mean, he could be like, what was that guy that drove around the Volkswagen that went around to colleges pretending he was a college student and was killing people all day long? Bundy, that Bundy guy. This guy could have been doing this crap for years. You know? He might have got those other people that were down there. The whole thing is a mess. But there's two problems I find with it is if a citizen finds this guy or if he, you know, does harm to other people in his travels. You know? Because eventually he'll be tired of being in the wilderness. You get somebody's cabin or something and be in that. I mean, it takes a lot. It really takes a lot to just hit the road and be a nomad on foot. They said he likes to walk barefoot. Man, I'm going to tell you what, I don't think you'd be rolling in the AT barefoot. I really don't. I think that's just, no, a big no right there. And you really have to know your stuff when you're a hiker. You have to know what stuff is safe to eat and all that kind of thing. You'd be getting skinny real quick. I don't think there's a lot of coconuts and date palms up in the AT. I kind of bet a snake will get him. Just suck him up in his sleeping bag. It ought to be interesting. Yeah, I'm telling you. You know, snakes have unlocking jaws. They can eat like cows and stuff. Can you imagine this guy being sucked up in a sleeping bag? Man, oh man. And if he's down there in the Everglades in the water over there, the crocs will get him, that's for sure. And there's some big snakes down there too. But the crocs are rough. You know, I remember when I was a kid, they used to say, "You want to buy some property in Florida? It's a swamp." That was like the biggest joke in the world. And it is. It's truly swampland. It's very waterous. This guy was just on here, Tractor Basil, and he was talking about some YouTuber calling a burner phone a burger phone. That's so funny. Yeah, I think it ought to be interesting. I think dog's the one. The one. I think he'll do it in 30 days or less. And I think he'll become world famous for that. And maybe he'll retire after that one, because that'll be the greatest count of all. Be truly tremendous. Yeah, I think they will, Blue Jeans. One way or another, it'll be the military or dog the bounty hunter. I think they'll get him. You don't run for $1,000 theft out of a bank account. That's for sure. This guy's running because he really appears guilty. He really does. I mean, especially if he's throwing his ID away and his phone away. Why? For $1,000? No. I think he is the one. And they need justice for that family. They really do. Poor mother to that girl. Jeez. It just breaks my heart. Yeah, I think about 30 days or less, and dog will find him first, with the military right behind him. They say he's working on a thing right now, where the police are investigating a spot that he did find, which that rocks. You see how fast he's on the trail? Amazingly fast. Yeah, he sure did, and the girl looks just like his wife. And man, I'm gonna tell you, he was so down. He wasn't working, and him and his wife were working on doing a bunch of new stuff and that. And right before she left, and then he just stopped. He was so down. Yeah, she's really pretty, really pretty. She looks just like his other wife, and he loves her more than the world. He always will. But he had so much trouble with life going on. I mean, he couldn't even work. It was just so horrible. You know, and I'm so glad for him. He got a new wife, and he's back to work, and he's working something that's so incredibly wonderful. I know he's going to get it done. This is what he loves. You got to do what you love. I know, I thought he would too. He was really out there, man. Really shipwrecked. It was so horribly sad to see that wonderful guy just crumble like that. It's just, death is a horrible thing. But see, he can relate. He can relate to the parents of that girl, and it's given him the strength to go back to work and do something outrageously good. I mean, like I say, he's offered to do it for free. Nobody's paying him to go. He's doing this on his own dime. It costs money, It sure costs money. I hope this tourist sucker kills those lights. I'm going to turn my brights on. Yep, I'm really happy for him. I think it's going to be wonderful. He's going to be a 200% better man. This will give him so much strength. I don't know why a clown want to be putting the damn lights on me. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good thing. A very good thing. That sucker left those lights on. This car's not running too good. I should just learn how to drive a stick shift. It must be a DoorDasher or something. Got out-of-state tags and left the lights on. Oh, thank God for that. Whew. Hope one day we can be a snowbird. Whoa, you need to come down to Florida now. God, here we go. This girl gonna pull those lights again. What was that weird alarm? Huh. Yeah, Dog the Bounty Hunter. That'll be the one. This club is, I don't know if she's a DoorDasher or a friggin' employee. It's a lovely day in the neighborhood. And the world is better with Dog working it, that's for sure. Last time I had somebody put their lights on me like that, they came around, they were like, why are you doing that? I'm like, well, because you're right in front of me with your lights on. Like, duh. I can't stand those angel eye lights, they're so bright. Thank God she's leaving. Is there any Airbnb just of room to rent? Oh, yeah. I think the deposits are a lot higher now. So, you'll have to check on that. But I had a friend of mine that did nothing but Airbnb. She swore by him. She said she'd never stay in a 5-star hotel again. She would do Airbnb first. But you have to get on their website and sign up and all that stuff. But there's a ton of them. I got a car dealer friend of mine, Rob Pitts. He's on YouTube. It's Rabbits Used Cars in he just rented a big giant house Airbnb uh, for all his employees and stuff. And I mean, it's just really reasonable. As long as you respect the property, they're good with it. But there's a ton of them. You know, there's a lot of people that have, you know, second properties and stuff or vacation around. I have a friend of mine, him and his wife live in Mexico, in Ajijic. Um, uh, JT travels, and they leave for about half the year in their RV and travel around. And so they rent their house out for huge money, and they do it for like 6 months at a time, and that helps their income too. And then he does his YouTube stuff while he's traveling around with his wife. She's real sick, but yeah, they have all kinds of different Airbnbs. They could be in a hotel. They could be on somebody's private property. They could be part of a house. Um, Even before the pandemic, a lot of people got into doing Airbnb with just one room. I have a friend of mine that does one room Airbnb in Miami, and he charges $1,000 a day on his Airbnb. No lie, for one room in his house. Yep. So there's some states that are outlawing it because they want you to, you know, have like a hotel permit or whatever to do that. Because they think you're getting away with the taxes. Oh yeah, Uh, they vary. But you can see the ratings and stuff, you know, what people rated them and all that. Um, there's some very, very nice ones. I mean, this girl I knew that did all Airbnb, she got one in at a casino hotel that was, um, I mean, a luxurious suite that belonged to somebody, and got it dirt cheap through Airbnb. You know, a lot of people really, really like those Airbnbs. It's a great way to travel, and some are long term. I've seen some beautiful ones. When I had to go to Grapevine to go to work, I was looking at Airbnbs, and that would have been the cheaper way to do it. As long as we stayed, about a month. And uh, I can't believe this guy's parking this thing right in the middle of the street. Jeez. And how many brights there? But yeah, the Airbnbs that you can get all kinds of stuff. I saw townhouses and all kinds of stuff that they were going for the daily, weekly, and monthly. So you can get some pretty cool deals. You just have to look it up and see what's on. You know, most of them they require a deposit type thing. But I know some people through a friend of mine that has a YouTube channel, Inspirational Nomad, and there's some of the people that decided to Airbnb for the winter and stuff, um, and not be boondocking. You know, in some places that were just too cold. And then of course, you know, it gets really hot in Florida here, so you know a lot of the nomads, if they can afford it, they'll try to, you know, do an Airbnb, a real simple one like you're talking. But our old friend Bryan, though, has got no ID. He's going to have a hard time without using credit cards and only cash and no legit ID. He will definitely have a hard time. I'd hate to be sick on the AT, man, and have to go to the emergency room. No, sir, not with no ID. Or maybe he got somebody else's ID. You know? Might have hijacked somebody's stuff on the last trip he was on. Who knows? The dog, the bounty hunter, knows. You can bet on that. I'd say thumbs up to him all day long. Gaddy loved life seems like a good girl. Oh, Gabby. I know. That's so pitiful sad. How'd you like to be her mom? Man, wouldn't that break your heart? Ugh, just horrible. But dude look creepy to begin with. I don't know why these chicks pick these creepy looking dudes. I mean, really. Tell me that guy's not creepy looking. Creepy looking and way too skinny, I think. Yeah, she seemed like a really nice girl. Did you see her YouTube channel? Man, it's got one vlog on it. I think he sabotaged that sucker. It's got one vlog on it with like 3 million views. Doesn't make much sense. It's almost like he deleted all the vlogs. It kind of seemed to me like he deleted the stuff right before she was gone. Just to screw her up and piss her off. And that's another reason why you use an external hard drive to save all your vlogs. That way, if anything like that does happen, you can replace them all. Yep. It's really strange, only one vlog on YouTube. And that's what the news talked about how she had this big YouTube channel and all that. Well, hell, I went to it, only had one vlog. You know? She also did it on something else, I guess on Instagram. Who would put a track on Instagram? That makes like 0 sense. YouTube's the one to use. Or TikTok, but YouTube's so much better. Yeah, I found it pretty hard to believe. I'm like, what YouTube channel? One vlog? No. No. I think the guy went in there and deleted all the stuff. Yep. So that's what I think. What do you guys think? I think there's a whole lot more vlogs than just that one. As old as I looked up how old the channel was, you know where it says about channel? I looked up how old the channel was and how many views, and it didn't make any sense to me whatsoever that one vlog was on there. It's pretty incredible if you can do one vlog and get like 3 million views. I find that hard to believe. You can't even get monetization that way. Because you have to do a lot to pass monetization. I think it deleted all the crap. And that was probably their biggest fight. Because they want to sabotage their channel. I mean, obviously that's where he got money from, probably. That's from her YouTube monetization. I don't doubt it a bit. Gotta cash that stuff out. People do weird things. A lot of times things don't even make any sense. Not as bad as Chad and Lori. They'd have one right behind the other. More crap. The world is rough as it is. We don't need these kind of people trashing it up, making it worse. Bryan looks older than 23, Blue Jean says. Well, yeah, when they shave their head and stuff. You know? Like I say, go over to Alabama and every guy looks like he does. That's that thing now, to like shave your head. I remember years ago when old guys used to say, well, if I get any more bald, I'll shave my head. But these young guys just shave their head. They think it's cool. I think it's probably too much work to have to shave your head and be polishing it and all that junk. I think it's entirely too much work. Yeah. Well, got my, I guess my tips and donations super chats thing is working. Inspirational Nomad was on today, and he tipped me today, and I was like, oh my god, they finally fixed it, because I've been on the phone with YouTube for like 3 days trying to make sure they fixed it. Yep, I'm throwing a big thumbs up for Dog the Bounty Hunter. I think that's where it's at. And I'm so glad. I am so glad he is back to work. It is so exciting. I just hope he logs this whole trip and everything. And it would be really neat if they did a movie about it. When he catches them. I think it'd be incredible. Manhunt Deluxe. He left Hawaii to come do this. You know? That's a big thing. Hawaii's a pretty place. Yeah, I have a funny feeling about the swamps down there, because water, it's hard to track scent in the water. And it would really deter a lot of people from fooling with it. I know they just kind of threw their hands up right in the beginning and went, we don't think he's here. And they really didn't even search that place. It's pretty big, and it's very swampy. Pretty wet right now. It would be really outrageous if a hurricane come running through there right about now. That would work out about right. I bet he'd wash up somewhere. It would scare the pants off that joker and put him through a hurricane out in the woods. You can't tell me he won't be scared. I don't care how much of a nature hiker he is. I've been through 2 tornadoes directly. That's bad enough. I should not want to be in a hurricane in Florida in the swamps. Well, this guy parked that van in the absolute wrong place to be servicing air conditioning. I don't know. Right in the middle of the street. Yeah. I think it's about 77 right now. I guess it's about 79. Mild weather, very mild weather. Right now in Florida. Right now I'm in upper Florida where they claimed that he was on a hiking trail over here a few days ago. I don't really believe that. He just looked like somebody else. Yeah, what was your temperature over there today, Blue Jeans? Was it pretty decent? You said you were working out in the yard and stuff today. $76. Yeah, that's not bad at all. It's like California weather. Just right. Or you can do anything in that kind of weather. Work in the yard, work on your car, or just relax. That's good temperature. I like it around the 70s. I used to like it just as hot as you could get it, but I'm kind of tired of the super heat anymore. But I do love Florida. I do love being by the water. I'm surrounded by water right now, so it's so nice. I just wish there was some Wi-Fi near the water and stuff. I caught a little bit the other day. Went around the yard picking up hummingbird feeders. Cool. They're so pretty, those things. Have you ever filmed them and then replayed it back on the slow-mo? They're really beautiful animals. Truly incredible. Oh yeah, you should videotape it and put it back on the slow-mo. It's outrageous to see them. There's some guy that does that on YouTube with he makes like an umbrella hat with a bunch of hummingbird feeders around it or something, and then he videotapes it. It's wild looking. And I'm surprised Uberman Tampa's not in here. And let's see who else. Paranormal Gaming. Uh, my other buddy Roxanne. They haven't showed up tonight. At least not so far. Well, my battery power's starting to get a little bit low. See, Dog the Bounty Hunter sucking the power out of my phone dry. This has been fun. There's some great people that have come on here tonight talking with us. Interesting comments. Love to get some serious hikers on here commenting about that. Thank you. I appreciate you, Blue Jeans. Did you see that thing where they saw it? There's some account. I think it's an Instagram account, and it's called Nomadic Trek, and they think that's Bryan on there. And it's really weird when you read all the stuff that's on there. Yeah. This guy gotta be super sicko if he's documenting all this stuff. But again, that other guy said that, yeah, that other guy was saying that Dog the Bounty Hunter was Bryan's greatest fan. And so it might be like a game to him. God, this guy almost got hit with his door open in the street. I don't know why he's parked in the street like that. It's crazy. Yeah, he's if that's his Instagram, it's just really weird. And it's even got a picture of Gabby on it. It's so sad. I don't know what to think. Did I say thumbs up for Dog, the bounty hunter? That's right. He rocks.